We're back at Truth Be Told. I'm, of course, Captain Ron. Tony Sweet's running camera right now. And it's ever-changing day today. We're in Las Vegas at the Stand event. And I'm with Roger Stone, one of the featured people here today. Roger, why don't you give us a little bit tell us a little bit about what's going on for this evening for you.
Sure. Look, I'm an Easterner, and I never particularly paid attention to the Bundy case. Then my friend Judge Andrew Napolitano forwarded a number of articles. And the outrageous overreach of the federal government, their overreaction to what could have been de-escalated as a civil dispute, their use of oppressive violence against the Bundys is outrageous. But their conduct since the arrests is even more outrageous. The 17 men who were arrested for exercising their First Amendment rights and their Second Amendment rights, being held for 17 months in shackles, in some cases in solitary, when there are convicted murderers out on pretrial release in this jurisdiction, is outrageous. Gloria Navarro is an execution judge. She has ruled for the government in every one of their efforts to systematically deny any reasonable defense to the Bundys or their supporters. No, you can't argue the Constitution. No, you can't argue the First Amendment. Right. No, you can't argue the Second Amendment.
These things don't matter, right?
There's no doubt that if there were time, perhaps Judge Navarro would be overruled at the Ninth Circuit, although it's one of the most liberal circuits in the country. And then you'd have to go to the Supreme Court for a redress. Who knows if they would hear the case. By that time, Cliven Bundy will most likely have died in prison. And many of the people in this case would have died in prison. There is an easy solution. I heard people last night at dinner say, the way to solve this is to get 500 very well-armed men and go to the courthouse and lay siege to it and seize the Bundys.
It's probably not the best way to do it.
That is not the answer. More violence is not the answer. More gunfire is not the answer. I appeal to Donald Trump. He is a decent man. He is a just man. He believes in the U.S. Constitution. He is a learned man. He is a man of sympathy who believes in God. Pardon these men now. Pardon them. You have that unilateral authority. Do it today. Do it in the name of mercy. Do it in the name of justice. That's my view.
Awesome. You heard it live. I appreciate that. We're trying to make a difference here tonight, right? We've got speakers. We're trying to get the word out. I know I've been talking to Dean. He's been trying to tell people and raise. People don't even know about this.
We will be posting a petition at Infowars.com
That's good.
to the president, asking him, laying out the case and the reasons why the Bundys and their supporters should be pardoned. When Jeff Sessions comes to town and he comments on the case, even though he said he was not for either side, but he commends the prosecution, whose conduct has been outrageous. The prosecution, who should be up in front of the bar for their outrageous conduct, he has tainted the case. He needed to keep his mouth shut. A sitting attorney general should not comment on a case that's in court. You may not remember this, but when President Nixon said that Charles Manson was guilty in an interview in the middle of his case, the liberals went insane. Sessions has tainted this case. There's the president's justification. The Bundys cannot receive a fair trial. Neither can their supporters. It is time for the president to do the right thing and pardon them.
It never should have got to this point either. Like you said right in the beginning, it just got out of hand. Folks, there's what you can do to help. You can go to Infowars.com, sign that petition, help get the Bundy case resolved. Let's get this ended. Put an end to the madness, right?
Absolutely. Many thanks for being here.
Thanks a lot, Roger. We appreciate it.